The Truman Show brims with philosophical and sociological themes, leaving audiences curious about the Truman Show's meaning in the end. Starring Jim Carrey as the titular Truman Burbank, The Truman Show portrays how the main character grows up believing that he is an ordinary man, but, unbeknownst to him, his life has always been a reality TV series, where everyone around him is an actor. The island he lives on is a giant television filming set, and nearly every second of his life is broadcast live to millions of viewers in the outside world. Although Truman does not even distantly believe that the world around him is a mere simulation, perfectly orchestrated for a television series, he starts noticing strange inconsistencies and unlikely synchronicities around him that make him suspicious. With this, the deeper he delves into his quest to find answers, the more he understands the true nature of his fake reality. Audiences follow Truman as he finds the answers and true meaning of his world as he gradually removes the tapestry of the lies he is being fed. The Truman Show examines the manipulation of reality. Truman has been robbed of free will without realizing it. Laura Linney holding up product placement in The Truman Show. In its opening arc, The Truman Show establishes how the titular character's reality is fabricated by a media corporation, governed by a single writer, Christof. Everything from his childhood fears to his day-to-day interactions is carefully manufactured by the people behind the central show's production. Time and again, even the actors around Truman force unsubtle product placements into his narrative, further enhancing the artificial nature of Truman's reality. Even the weather is controlled, highlighting how, just for entertainment and profits, the media corporation behind the show shapes, constructs, and sells an alternate reality. By manipulating Truman's perception through an entire world built on lies and deception, the media corporation behind the show keeps him oblivious that he is living in a simulated reality. The creators of the titular show in The Truman Show also place subliminal visual cues all around Truman to ensure that he conforms to their scripts without believing that he does not have free will. By portraying this depiction of how a media outlet can blur the lines between reality and fiction through careful manipulation, The Truman Show highlights how media in the real world can often influence public perception to a degree where they start accepting reality without ever noticing how it is being forged with lies. How The Truman Show presents the struggles of personal freedom. Truman fights against the outside forces trying to keep him in place. In the Jim Carrey movie's second arc, Truman starts seeing cracks in the fabric of lies surrounding him. At first, he notices a light fall out of the sky but chooses to ignore it because the notion of being the main character of a TV show seems so novel and far-fetched that it does not even cross his mind. However, the more Truman notices these glitches in the matrix of his reality, the more he turns skeptical about its nature. When he finally sees strange synchronicities and loops in his surroundings, he realizes there is more to his world than meets the eye. This marks the inception of his struggle for personal freedom. In a reality where everything is governed by determinism, Truman sets out to seek free will. Unfortunately, this pursuit soon makes him realize that his journey toward personal freedom will be marred with several obstacles. For instance, when he tries leaving town, the show's creators set up stoppages that prevent him from leaving the show's massive set. Even when he reaches the brink of finding answers to what is happening around him, they play with his emotions by reinstating his fake father into his narrative. People like Truman's best friend, Marlon, who he confides in, also blatantly lie to him by emotionally manipulating him into not leaving for Fiji. Like every human, Truman seems to have an innate desire to transcend the predetermined paths of his scripted narrative. However, just like external forces such as culture, society, and personal obstacles prevent an individual from finding personal autonomy, Truman struggles to overcome the sense of attachment he feels to his fake reality despite knowing how it is holding him back from achieving freedom. He feels bound by the fake fears, insecurities, and traumas the show's creators instilled in him all his life. Sea Haven symbolism explained. The Truman Show draws on a classic philosophical concept. Ed Harris as Christof looks off to the side in a scene from The Truman Show. Sea Haven, Truman's hometown in The Truman Show, represents the metaphorical cave in Plato's cave allegory. The allegory imagines a hypothetical cave where a group of people has been chained to a wall, restricting them from seeing the outside world. All they can see is a blank wall opposite the cave's opening. Owing to this, their sense of reality revolves around the shadows from the outside world cast on the blank wall they face. Like shadows from the outside world manipulate and limit the perception of the people inside the cave, the predetermined scripts created by The Truman Show's writers control the thoughts and actions of people inside Sea Haven.